Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Man, this is not just another fight. This is something different. This is a massive leap, and not just in weight. We are talking about stepping into the ring with a walking tank who is not only one of the most skilled boxers of this era, but also one of the most punishing. This isn't just a challenge, it's the climb up a mountain with the summit barely visible in the clouds. And yet there is a real question here. Can Crawford actually beat Canelo? Let's dig it. Look, Crawford is a master at downloading opponents. In those first few rounds, he's like a computer just collecting data. He will eat a couple shots, take a mental snapshot, and start putting together puzzle. That's why he's often a little more hittable early on. He's not careless, he's just calculating. But here's the danger. You don't get to casually download against Canelo Alvarez. This isn't the kind of guy you want to punch in through your learning curve. Canelo's left hook is not a shot you absorb for information. And the problem is, even if Crawford decides to play it safe early to keep that guard tight and not give Canelo any openings, well, that might backfire too. Because now Canelo's got time, and when he's got time, he will start hammering away at your arms and shoulders, wearing you down like he's chopping at the foundation of a building. He doesn't always look flashy when he does it, but punch by punch, you feel the damage piling up. Eventually cracks form, and once cracks form, Canelo finds them. But let's not forget, Crawford's defense isn't just about blocking. He's elite at parrying and deflecting shots, and that is something important. It throws your rhythm off. You throw a big shot and suddenly your balance is off because Bud didn't just block it. He redirected it. Made you miss by a fraction, made you reset. There is frustration, that is exhausting. But here's the catch. When you're dealing with someone who punches like Canelo, you don't get to make many mistakes. Every punch you parry, you better be perfect. Because if you miss your timing by even a half a beat, you're not hitting a jab. You're hitting artillery. One thing I love about Crawford is that even when he's punching, he stays defensively aware. His jab comes with that guard up, protecting his head from hooks, minimizing risk. But even that isn't bulletproof. The trade-off is that when he throws the jab, his left side is exposed. And guess what? Canelo is a master of reading jabs and countering them. He's got this toolbox of reactions, overhand rights, body shots, even sneaky uppercuts that come right up in the middle when you least expect it. Crawford's rear hand usually guards well during power shots too, except interestingly when he throws that cross. He will drop the back hand a little to get more reach or balance, and it usually works for him. Against most guys, that's fine. But against someone as explosive as Canelo, that little window could be all he needs. One moment of business as usual could be a massive mistake. Now here's the real dilemma Crawford faces against Canelo, the one no one is really sold. Do you protect your head or your body? You can't do both all the time. And with Canelo, if you pick wrong even once, it can cost you the whole fight. Crawford's reflexes might give him a slight edge here. He's good at reading cues and reacting in the moment. But when the shots come fast and heavy, there is only so much guessing you can do. Let's talk stance for a second. Crawford is a switch hitter, and fighting southpaw could definitely throw off Canelo's left hook, force him to reroute. But switching southpaw opens up other problems. Canelo's rear hand comes into play now. And that is not a hand you want to sneak in through your guard. Still, I think Bud's ability to switch stances mid-combination, that could be a key. Because Canelo, despite all his brilliance, does struggle when the pace picks up. He's not a fan of fast, long combos. He's like when opponents telegraph shots, big single punches he can slip and counter. But if Crawford keeps the pressure high, throws varied combination with quick feet and active angles, Think before fight, he can throw Canelo off balance, and once you have got him off balance, he's not the same sniper. He's vulnerable. That is where Bud stance switching could be a weapon, not just for angles, but for rhythm disruption. Still holding good position against Canelo, it takes more than footwork. It takes strength, grit, the ability to hold your ground. And Canelo, he will walk through your fancy feet if you don't plant and stop him. Crawford's a great wrestler, and if he can use that to smother Canelo in the clinch, add in a bit of dirty boxing, rough him up a little, it could buy him time, wear Canelo down. But man, Canelo is strong, like scary strong, so even that has a limit. Another thing Crawford has going for him is that he doesn't fall in love with headshots. He's a body snatcher that could be huge. Canelo's used to guys headhunting, and that is exactly what he wants. He will draw you in, bait the punch, then come back with something mean. But Crawford, he is not falling for that. He adjusts his positioning, gets just inside your punch range, not recklessly, but calculated. Still, every time he throws that body shot, one side of his head is exposed. That is always the trade-off. And against a guy like Alvarez, one wrong guess could be mean a counter hook or an uppercut that changed the whole fight. So how does Crawford win? He's got to land those body shots, bear Canelo down, smother him when needed, stay elusive but not too passive. Pile off enough counters to keep Canelo second guessing, and when the opportunities come, he's got to explode with those high volume combinations that push Canelo out of his comfort zone. And even after all that, he still has to do enough damage to shut down one of the most durable fighters in the sport. Because, let's not forget, Canelo has two toe-to-toe with Prime, Golovkin and barely blink. That's the mountain Crawford is trying to climb. So can he do it? Yes, I believe he can, but it would have to be the absolute best version of Crawford we have seen, and maybe the worst version of Canelo we have seen in years. Canelo is not what he once was in terms of speed, but the guy is still a master. Still dangerous, still sharp. But Crawford, man, he's been dismantling elite opponents like it's routine. There are so many layers to this matchup, and whatever you think, I'm sure the comment section are going to explode with arguments both ways. Personally, I don't like predicting fights because no matter how deep you analyze, how many breakdowns, stats, or slow motion replays you look at, there is always that unpredictable variable who shows up on fight night. But there is one thing I can predict, guaranteed. No matter what happens, half the people will act like they saw it coming a mile away. Like it was so obvious. Yeah, that is boxing. This has been my take, straight from the gut. Let me know your thoughts, and hey, whether you are backing Bud, backing Canelo, or just here for the war, either way, you are in for something special. See you in the ring.